Welcome, dear learners, to the MOOC course on Early Childhood Care and Education. This is Module 11, and here in this part of video, we are going to discuss on quality assurance in early childhood care and education. So, human beings progress through infancy, childhood, adolescence, and adulthood. Childhood divided into early and last stages is crucial. Early childhood or the preschool years spans from age 2 to 6. This period significantly shapes a child's development through physical and social influences. Early childhood care and education is more than just preparing for primary school. It focuses on the holistic development of a child's social, emotional, cognitive, and physical needs, building a strong foundation for lifelong learning and well being. So, how quality can be assured in early childhood care and education, we are going to discuss in this part of video. But before that, we must also know the importance of early childhood education. Why early childhood education is so important that we are discussing about its quality assurance to maintain the quality of education at this early stage. See, at this stage, brain development takes place. When a child enters kindergarten, their brain completes 90% of its growth. Taking full advantage of this period is essential for future educational success. This education part of the stage of education is important for socialization also. So, socializing children with individuals beyond their family is an integral part of early childhood education, teaching them to interact with peers and teachers. There are also some future challenges, like when we know at this stage fun, excitement, rewards are already there in early childhood education, but it helps children to accept future challenges and strengthens their educational progress. Education, this part of education, this stage of education is really very important to build the this is actually the foundation stage to build the whole personality of the child. So, the third is the future challenges. So, this stage of education actually helps children to accept future challenges and strengthen their educational progress. There are also some objectives of early childhood program. So, you must know what are the objectives behind early childhood care and education programs. One of the objective is value and respect. It ensure value, respect, safety and security for each child, fostering a positive self-concept. Then at this stage, one of the objectives is physical development to establish a sound foundation for physical and motor development based on individual potential. Then health habits. See, this is the stage where all round development of a children takes place physically, mentally, socially, emotionally. So one of the objective is also to see the health habits. So this stage of education develop good nutrition, health habits, hygiene practices, and self-help skills in children. Another objective is intellectual curiosity. So it develops intellectual curiosity and conceptual understanding through exploration and experimentation. It is also an aesthetic appreciation. It helps in the development of aesthetic appreciation. How? It cultivates aesthetic appreciation and creativity among children through craft and works, through different kind of activities. Like it also helps in the development of cultural behavior. This stage of education inculcate the cultural behavior and core human values like love, respect for others. Then this is the stage where transition takes place, transition to the formal schooling. So in the transitional to the formal schooling, we can see the two things like easy transition. It helps children to make an easy transition from home to early childhood care education centers and then to the formal schooling. This is like a bridging from home to school. This is a bridge system from home to school. This stage actually helps to develop this easy transition in their mind. Mentally, they get prepared for formal schooling. So, early childhood care and education is so important. It also helps in total personality development. It develops the total personality of each child, preparing them for future challenges. Now, what is quality in early childhood care and education? We are going to discuss about quality assurance, how to maintain quality. Now, what is quality in early childhood care and education? So, studies worldwide confirm that quality of early childhood care and education programs positively affect a child's development. However, maintaining high quality is not inexpensive. Research indicates that low quality programs can lead to language, social, and developmental problems, while high quality programs improve performance in literacy and mathematics. This is research proved. So, we always should think for high quality early childhood care and program, and it will help in the development of performance of children in the early childhood stage. Then, good investment in early childhood care and education increases productivity in later stages of life. Investing in quality early childhood care and education is more effective than remedial education for school dropouts or adults with poor basic skills. Now, there are some benefits of maintaining high quality in early childhood care and education. What are those benefits? Let's have a look. First is health and safety. It ensures the health and safety of children enrolled in early childhood care and education programs. It also provides care and learning. It guarantees good conditions for care and learning, including duration, qualified staff, and curriculum. It also reduces knowledge gap. It reduces knowledge gap especially for low income, immigrant, and minority children. Now, to maintain the quality, we must know about the minimum standards. What should be followed? What are the regulatory bodies? Accordingly, we should maintain the quality in early childhood care and educational programs. So, what are those minimum standards? Let's have a look. First is setting minimum standards in ECCE is an investment in children, future generations, and society. While minimum standards can contribute to high quality early childhood care education, it is not mandatory to set standards on all quality aspects. Countries need to determine specific contexts for minimum standards. For example, Sweden has succeeded in providing high quality early childhood care education by maintaining minimum standards in areas like space per child and staff child ratio means teacher and children ratio, and not only teachers, the other like workers in the early childhood care and education, like all included in the staff. So staff child ratio is also one of the standard they maintain, and as that's why Sweden has succeeded in providing high quality early childhood care and education in their country. So for high quality early childhood program, there are some features. So these areas are provided in different sections like age range, duration, maximum class size, staff child ratio, teacher qualification. So in different areas like Chicago is there, Carolina is there, in different states or in different programs, there are some certain standards maintained in these five categories. That is, one is age range, which should be in all years 3 to 4 years or can be extended up to 5 years. Like duration 2 years but extended up to 5 years, that is as per Carolina. Then maximum class size should be 13. Class size means the number of students should be 13, can be extended up to 17 as per Chicago. So staff child ratio, it should be 1:6 5 or 1:8:5 or 1:6. So what any of the standards can be maintained. But teacher qualification, it should be BA pass or certification for early childhood care and education and the equivalent. So these are some of the high quality early childhood care education program features which can be adopted by any country for making the quality education possible in this early childhood stage. Now, there are some principles to maintain quality in early childhood care and education. First is the holistic development. So, holistic development can take place in these three areas. How? Like in all domains. It fosters development in all domains. Changes in one area affect others. So, all domains development is very much necessary for holistic development. Then individual variations. Recognize that every child is unique. So we should tailor the development accordingly by knowing or by seeing the uniqueness of the children. Then experiential learning. So and it we should the early childhood care and educational stage program should encourage active exploration. It should promote motivation and skill building. Now, we should also look for, if we talk about quality in early childhood care and education, we should also look for maximizing the opportunities. So, what should be the high expectation? What we can do for maintaining the quality standards? Like we should maintain high expectation, the use of knowledge to help every child succeed. Now there are windows of opportunities in this area. We can say we should use prime language learning times, like provide environmental inputs and support. Their early childhood care and education is also related to cultural and social context. In social context, it helps to learn from interactions, develop cooperation and empathy. Then curiosity is also there. It nurture curiosity. It encourages questions and knowledge construction. This stage helps in learning through play. It engage in play. All children engage in play. It influences motivation and approaches to learning. Now, there is also some, for to maintain the quality, there are key areas. One is safety and support. We should focus on safety and support. So, safety, prioritize children's safety and health. We should minimize risk. Then, early care task force. Support teachers and caregivers. It should provide training and fair compensation. So, safety and support is one of the area for maintaining quality assurance in early childhood care and education. Assessment and improvement is also one of the parameters. Under this, what are the things that can be assessed or improved? Like through observation, regularly collect information and assess child development. Quality improvement, engage program leaders, encourage staff self-improvement. Then partnership, build strong partnership, coordinate resources. There are key factors for quality. If we can maintain these key factors, mainly four key factors, then quality assurance in early childhood care and education can be successful. We can say we can succeed in providing early childhood care and education. First is the child staff ratio. Second is the group size. If we take hundreds of children in a group, that cannot provide quality education. So group size should not increase, as per example the chart we have provided earlier, should not increase more than 70 or maximum to 20. So third is the staff qualification. So staff qualification is must. The teacher should be trained enough to teach or to train the children in the early childhood stage. Fourth is the training. Not only qualification, the regular training should be provided to the staff who are there in the early childhood stage to teach or develop the children. There are also some curricular issues at this stage. One is multilingualism. So we can use home language, encourage proficiency in mother tongue. At this stage, if we encourage them to talk in their mother tongue, to develop in their mother tongue, this will help to develop their mind. So multilingualism is also one issue at this stage. Then multilingual classroom. learn by listening, speaking, reading, writing, and expressing own language. Inclusion and multi-age grouping is also one of the area which in early childhood care and education stage should see. Inclusion it means to treat children equally, provide access to mainstream learning, irrespective of all age groups and all kind of difficulties or disabilities. And multi-age grouping use differentiation to meet the varying needs of children. Now, to maintaining quality, three things should be taken into account. One is participatory, democratic, and affordable. So, quality early childhood care and education is essential. It assures health and safety. It shapes future learning generations. There are also some points which we should take into consideration so that early childhood care and education can be successful. One is qualified and trained educators, which we are talking from the first slide. Like teachers must have proper early childhood education qualification. Ongoing professional development is crucial for skill enhancement. Skilled educators understand child development stage. They can implement age appropriate teaching practices effectively. We should also see that it should be the curriculum prepared for early childhood stage should be child centered curriculum. While preparing the curriculum, we should see the 3 points. One is developmentally appropriate. The curriculum should align with children's developmental stages. It should be inclusive and flexible. It should cater to diverse needs and learning styles. It should be play-based learning. It fosters cognitive, social, emotional, and physical development. While preparing the standards, while seeing the standards, health, safety, and hygiene should also be there. Regular hygiene checks are essential. It should maintain a safe and secure environment, then ensure emergency preparedness. Continuous monitoring and evaluation is also necessary. Regular assessment like assess learning environment and teaching. Internal reviews, it includes conduct self-assessment to identify improvements. External review like seek accreditation from recognized bodies. These are very much important for each early childhood care and education centers or programs for maintaining quality as per the country rules and regulations. What is parental and community involvement is very much important. And how it can be involved? By 3 ways: active engagement, feedback, and participation. So, parental and community involvement is also essential for the success of early childhood care and education, and also to maintaining quality assurance by 3 stages, that is active engagement, feedback, and participation. Now, it is the need of the hour to check for quality that adequate infrastructure and learning resources are there. It should be age appropriate furniture. Educational materials should be also age appropriate, and outdoor play areas must be there to maintain the standards of early childhood care and education. Then it should be inclusive and equitable practices like equal opportunities. Equal opportunities like ensure fairness for every child, individual attention to cater to each child's needs. That's why the children should not exceed than more than 20. It should be within 15 to 20 in a single classroom. Then tailored strategies support diverse learners effectively. Now, effective leadership and management is also one of the important point for maintaining quality in early childhood care and education. First is policy implementation. Second is resource allocation. Third is staff motivation. Through these 3 different steps, effective leadership and management can be done. Then the early childhood care and education should also maintain policy compliance and accreditation. So first is what are the guidelines that should be followed for accreditation. One should be international guidelines should be checked by each early childhood care and educational center. National guidelines should be checked, and the accreditation should be done by the concerned regulatory bodies. So following guidelines ensures quality. Accreditation conforms meeting the standards. Early in this, here we can see that early childhood care and education is more than preparation for primary school. It aims at the holistic development of child's social, emotional, cognitive, and physical needs in order to build a solid and broad foundation for lifelong learning and well being. Early childhood care and education has the possibility to nurture caring, capable, and responsible future citizens. Investing in quality early childhood care and education is an investment not only for children but also in the future generations and society at large. Setting minimum standards in early childhood care and education is thus an investment not only for children of that category but also in the future generations and society at large. So, overall, we can say early childhood care and education, at last, we can have a look over all the points which we have discussed in this video, like how to maintain the quality. Firstly, we must know about the importance of early childhood care and education. Then we should align with the objectives of early childhood care and educational programs. Then we should also know what are the benefits of maintaining high quality in early childhood care and education by knowing the minimum standards in or by following the minimum standards in early childhood care and education, by international standards, by national standards, and also by taking the accreditation from the statutory bodies. And we should also know the principles of to maintain quality in early childhood care and education. Then maximizing the opportunity, what are how we can take the maximum opportunities for maintaining the quality of early childhood care and education, and how early childhood care and education is culturally and socially in context are also involved in early childhood care and education. Then the main important area is safety and support. So focus should be provided on safety and support, assessment and improvement, and also to see the key factors of quality like child staff ratio, group size, staff qualification, and training. Curricular issues, the multilingual problem should be taken up while preparing the curriculum of the early childhood care and education. Then inclusion and multi-age grouping should be also taken into account. Maintaining quality, three things must be taken into account, that is participatory, democratic, and affordable. Well, things should be taken, and qualified and trained educators should be there. Curriculum should be child centered. Healthy, safety, and hygiene standards should be maintained. Continuous monitoring and evaluation should be done. Parental and community involvement should be taken into account. That adequate infrastructure and learning resources should be taken into account. Inclusive and equitable practices should be maintained, and the teachers should also see, or the staff should also see, that their early childhood care and educational programs helps in effective leadership and management by compliance with the policy and the accreditation accreditation centers by or the accreditation standards should be maintained. And overall, we can say that quality in early childhood education, quality assurance in early childhood care and education is very much important for develop all round development of the children, because these children is the future of our nation, and these children should be built up with building the proper personality, and this can be done only with the proper formulation, only with the proper quality check, and only with the maintaining standards in the early childhood care and education center. So overall, we have discussed in this video, these are the parts of the video we have discussed, and let's have a look a short video on early childhood care and education, which will help to see how children develop in this stage of education. Thank you.
The idea of the whole child pays respect to the fact that there are many aspects of human potential that grades can't measure. Besides curiosity and intelligence, children may want to develop creativity, passion, resilience, intuition, confidence, generosity, mindfulness, humor, and many, many other important traits. Edith Ackerman's theory of the whole child development identifies 4 natural urges that drive our growth throughout childhood into adult life: being me, us, the world, and human creations. Each of these 4 urges can be divided into 2 subcategories. To understand them better, let's look at the theory from the perspective of a young girl. Being me is about learning to use my body and exploring my mind. The ability to control my body allows me to discover the world, and as a result, I can get to know where I'm at and who I am. By using my body, I put my 5 senses to work. This is how I learn to walk, speak, listen, and develop healthy habits. Soon, I might impress older folks with my clear speech, good posture, and other physical capabilities. Knowing myself helps me to develop a voice in my home and find my place in this world. It allows me to learn what I like, what I don't like, and what potential is still inside of me. By knowing who I am, I can understand my own subjectivity and form an identity I am proud of. Us is about how I relate to friends, family, and strangers, and my understanding of their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Let me begin with relating to others. As a child, I seek the love, attention, and respect from my parents. But I also have a fundamental natural urge to have social interactions with others. That means I need to learn to share and care so I can belong. One day, I want to become a respected member of a group while keeping my own identity. Understanding others is another thing. I want to learn about my friends and their emotions. Intentions, ways of thinking, and behaviors interest me. I want to learn to move away from my own limited point of view and integrate other people's perspective to develop a more complex understanding of morality and social problems. Making sense of the world means figuring out how things work. That's why we play. Through exploration, I quench my thirst for seeking logic and discover this universe. Adults call it exploring and investigating. We call it play. That's how we learn. Sometimes it gets messy, but by playing, I realize that some things change while others don't. In other words, I learn how things work. Later, I can become a real scientist who plays with big ideas and theories and explains the workings of this world to you. I am seeking logic all the time. Us children don't just want to discover how things work, we also look for consistency where there is little. To make sense of this world, we filter, interpret, and reconstruct what we experience into mental models. I think adults call them schema. This urge for order helps me to reorganize what I learn, infer rules, and apply fundamental laws in real life. Human creations is about me being able to imagine alternatives in my head. If I can image something new, I am able to go and actually create it. Imaginating is one of humans' greatest achievements. Without imagination, all innovation would happen by chance. That's why I need fantasy and a lot of free time to play pretend. This way, I will learn to think out of the box. Through creations, I can express my thoughts and bring my imagination to life, and there are hundreds of ways to do so. I can create atmosphere with my voice, ideas with my head, and pictures that I paint with my hand. If I am given the space, I can create cozy rooms beneath the kitchen table, or one day, when I'm older, design an entire house. Edith Ackerman was born in Switzerland in 1946. After graduating, she became a protégé of Jean Piaget. At MIT Media Lab, where she spent most of her career, she was exploring the interactions between play, learning, and design. Whole child development, also known as holistic education, seeks to engage children in the whole of their being and potential. It assumes that each child arrives at this world with their own set of talents and interests that are to some degree completely independent from the child's upbringing. Some refer to this whole as the mind, body, and soul. The Swiss educator Pestalozzi referred to it as the hand, the heart, and the head. And further still, many others try to sum up a child in 4, 8 skills, social, emotional, and so forth. But does any such division actually pay respect to the whole? Does it capture a sense of humor, an appreciation of the arts, or the ability to be mindful? For this reason, the work of Ackerman offers a more wholesome perspective. What are your thoughts? Please share them in the comments below.